colleagues, parents and family members, current students, and of course, Hartwick's newest students, welcome. Welcome to a learning experience that will be like none that you have ever known. This summer, I read a book titled Isaac's Storm. This nonfiction book is an account of Isaac Klein, who on September 8th, 1900, was the well-respected chief meteorologist for the fledgling U.S. Weather Bureau in Galveston, Texas. The date is important because on September 8th, 1900, a hurricane swept through Galveston, killing over 6,000 or perhaps up to 12,000 people. These deaths occurred, at least in part, because no one was warned of the hurricane's approach or its potential strength. There are a number of very good reasons to read this book. First, Eric Larson, who wrote the book, is an excellent writer, so you'll enjoy the read. Second, you'll learn about the deadliest natural disaster still today in American history. And for me, most importantly, you'll gain some important insights into how the flaws of human nature, including pride, a lack of curiosity, and our tendency to be persuaded by evidence that aligns with what we already know, can literally change the course of history. You see, we all find comfort in a world that we can fully understand. We take pieces of information, and as quickly as we can, we organize them in a way that helps us to make sense of our world and our place in it, naturally. But sometimes, as was the case with well-respected Isaac Klein, we rush to judgment. Sometimes we rush to judgment to make ourselves feel more comfortable, to fill what seem like overwhelming gaps in what we know and what we do not know. Sometimes we rush to judgment to please and meet the expectations of others. And sometimes we rush to judgment simply because it's easier. We shut down our imagination too soon. We connect the dots too soon. We fail to think of others and allow empathy to guide us, even if doing so leaves the issue unresolved. This is what happened to well-respected Isaac Klein. Even though there was evidence from Cuba that a hurricane was headed to Galveston, that evidence did not fit comfortably with the political realities of the emerging U.S. Weather Service, and so was dismissed by Isaac and his bosses. Even though Isaac was puzzled by the large, slow swells he saw on the beach that morning, something he had never witnessed before, he did not push his own thinking on what these swells might actually mean. He rushed to make sense, to rationalize what he saw, rather than to keep his mind open. Even though many people who saw Isaac that morning asked for his advice on the storm's expected severity, Isaac reassured them unconditionally, rather than admit the uncertainty that he himself felt, perhaps to avoid the appearance of weakness. And even though his brother tried to get Isaac and his family to abandon their home close to the beach, to retreat to a safer area, Isaac allowed the rivalry between the two brothers and his own pride to dissuade him from taking what he would later come to see was the more reasonable action. He stubbornly dug in to his initial conclusion that his home was the safest place to be. As a result, he lost his home and his wife, and nearly lost 2 of his children. We don't know for sure. But if Isaac had remained curious, humble, and open-minded, he might have made different choices that morning and might have saved his wife's life and the lives of thousands of others. His was a high price to pay for wanting to appear and feel certain, a high price to pay for wanting to feel comfortable in his own knowledge rather than stretch himself to think a little differently. Your Hartwick education is the antidote to the very natural temptation to seek comfort in certainty. Your Hartwick education is designed to fuel your imagination, to pry and keep your mind open, to help you develop empathy, to keep you and support you in a space of uncertainty while you search for new truth, and in the face of confronting all that you do not know, your Hartwick education is designed to keep you humble while growing your confidence in your ability to learn. If you leave class with any of these words on your lips, I had no idea. That was interesting. I wonder if, is it possible that? Then you can be sure that something awfully good and awfully important just happened. We live in a complex time. Food insecurity, the toll of climate change, threats to democratic society, politicization and polarization, systemic racial inequality, the emergence and resurgence of predatory and opportunistic viruses. These challenges seem large. They seem that way because they are. Solutions to these problems beg for creative and expansive, not reductive, thinking. And here's what I know. If you keep an open mind, use your imagination, practice empathy, act with courage, set your pride aside and allow your curiosity to lead you to what has been heretofore unknown, these problems will not be too large for you. Practicing these habits of the mind will change the way you occupy the world, and not just for a moment. The way you learn to learn at Hartwick will determine the way you live the rest of your life. Everyone at Hartwick is committed to helping you find the success that you hope for. I am proud to work with the colleagues gathered here today to support you as you become who you will become. Welcome to a learning experience that will be like none other you have ever known.
Good morning, President Dragovich, members of the Hartwick community, and most importantly, to our new students. I serve as the college's Senior Vice President for Enrollment and Student Success. And in this role, I have the honor each year of selecting the next generation of Hartwick students. Then, across their journey, I get to watch them all thrive and flourish with all the many options and opportunities that await them all here on O'Yarin Hill. So on behalf of the entire college community, particularly our division, to our new students, welcome to this amazing opportunity and experience. Over 425 students strong, each member of this new class brings to us today their own talents, their own merits, and their own abilities. And they each also bring a story to share. And it's the weaving together of all of their paths and their new stories that will create the writing of their joint chapter in Hartwick history as the entering class of 2021. Together, they will impact each other, the campus, and the world around us through their curiosity, critical thinking, and personal courage. They will forever be changed by Hartwick, and Hartwick will forever be changed by them. In this unprecedented past year, I still was very fortunate to get connected with our incoming students, whether virtually and for some here on campus. And when I think about all these interactions, a few things come to my mind about them. These words: resilient, engaging, connected. And during their journey to get to Hartwick, they have shown incredible and amazing resilience, the ability to adapt and be agile. And while these last 18 months of their experience before coming to Hartwick was probably not the experience they were expecting, they remained committed to taking advantage of different experiences. They were athletes, volunteers, members of honor societies, clubs, organizations. They performed in theater and music groups and helped support their communities and families during a global pandemic. And knowing this about each member of this new class, I can think of no better place for them to begin their next chapter of education than here at Hartwick, where we value the ideas of experiential learning, both inside and outside the classroom. To all of our students here today, whether you are a new student or a continuing student, I am challenging you to explore all the options that await you here, and for you to continue to engage on campus. Follow your passions, create new ones, and push yourself outside your comfort zone. No matter the path you pick, your engagement on and off campus will enhance your Hartwick and lead you to a truly transformative experience. All of you as new students will quickly learn that at Hartwick we value the relationships and mentorship between you, our students, our faculty, our staff, and the greater area community. Making connections, finding commonalities and differences, learning about and from others to create, again, your Hartwick is an important part of this journey for you. Creating personal relationships and building bridges is part of our campus culture. I do look forward to getting to know all of your stories along the way. But remember, maintain your resilience, practice self-care, continue to engage and connect. So may I please ask all of our new students to please rise? Okay. And would first-year students Francesca Sinacor and Joshua Cancio please bring forward the matriculation book to Student Government President Awino Muskayaka. President Drugovich, having been signed by most members of this new class, it is my distinct pleasure to present to you and the Hartwick College community this matriculation book representing the newest members of the Hartwick community.
because everyone can sit down, right? So it's my pleasure to welcome you today. All of us from Academic Affairs, faculty and staff have been waiting for this day with as much anticipation and excitement as each of you. You are the reason we come to work every day. Each new year is special, but this one is particularly special. Welcome back. We come back this year with a new appreciation for the campus experience. I think we took it for granted to some degree, and we never really knew what it meant to us until it was threatened and taken away. We worked hard to make the campus safe so that the magic that happens in the classroom between professor and student can happen again. It is also a special year, as it is the first year that we introduce you to FlightPath, the Hartwick experience designed to support the success at your success at school and after. As Vice President for Academic Affairs, my job is to make it possible for the faculty to provide you the very best academic experience. We have magnificent faculty who are committed to their disciplines, to their students, and to bridging those two. They want to share what they know with you as much as they want to teach you how to think for yourselves, expand your mind, and give you the tools to approach life with intellectual wonder and the preparation to create a fulfilling life for yourselves and contribute to society. How you approach college is a personal decision. My advice to you is to approach it with as much energy and vigor as you possibly can, from the very first day to the very last. It is an opportunity you don't want to squander. I almost did squander my experience, but was able to adjust before it was all over. I always did okay in school. With minimal effort, I could get A's, I could get B's, and occasional C. My junior year in college, I took one of the hardest courses on campus with one of the toughest professors that there was. I remember it was a physiological psychology course. I studied as I always did, and the day before the exam, I went to meet with the teaching assistant to ask a few questions. I walked out of that meeting realizing I was not ready. I went back to my dorm and I pulled the only all-nighter in my entire college career. And when I went into that exam the next day, I was ready. Usually, I went into the exam hoping that it would be easy or that most of the questions wouldn't be about the stuff that I didn't really know that well. But that day, I wanted the most challenging questions the professor could throw at me. In my mind, I thought, bring it on. I wanted to show what I knew, and I knew the material. It was a hard exam, but I knew it all. I aced it with the highest grade in the class. And I remember the experience like it was yesterday. I don't honestly remember that much about physiological psychology, but I remember what I learned. I knew that from that day forward, I wanted the feeling of being prepared, being ready to meet a challenge head on, and I told myself that I would never again go into an exam unready. I got all A's after that, and I have tried to take the bring it on attitude and experience and approach to every challenge I face in my life. College taught me knowledge. It taught me how to think. It taught me how to learn and process information so that I could make the best decisions for myself and those who might turn to me for guidance. If you embrace this experience with everything you have, you will find your passions and your approach to life, and so much more. Hartwick's flight path is designed to take you on your college journey so that when you leave, you know which way you're headed and with the wings to soar. And everyone at this college is on your team. Flight path is designed that way, and with so many in your corner, the sky is the limit. Good luck to all of you.
Good morning, all you lovely people. Good morning, especially to the class of 2025. Welcome to the family. We could not be more excited to have you. My name is Awino Paulum Sioka, and I am the president of Student Government Association. I am a junior political science and psychology double major with a double minor in creative writing and environment, sustainability, and society. I know that sounds like a lot. I came in as undecided, and eventually I just chose to do everything. I'm also, this year, an orientation mentor, global ambassador, writing consultant, Blue Key ambassador, and the vice president of the African Student Association. I also work at the amazing John Christopher's Cafe. I could go on listing everything that I do, but I doubt we have time for that. Just remember that basically if you don't run into me at least twice a day, you're not doing this Hartwick thing correctly. I'm joking, of course. The beauty of the family that you're joining today is that you're allowed to be whoever you are, however you are, whenever you are, and wherever you are. To say you can exist in any way that you're most comfortable at Hartwick would be an understatement, but it would be the most apt way to describe your life here on Oyaron Hill. Whether you're a physics major on the equestrian team or an English major who plays lacrosse and American football and loves to make pottery, there's a place for you here. You'll be encouraged to live as out loud or as quietly as you wish, and that is a thing of beauty. This is also the place where you'll develop into a different person, even reinvent yourself if you wish. So if we don't cross paths, don't worry, you're perfectly fine. The times we've been living in have not been easy, and you should be so proud of yourself for being here. We've had to make changes and compromise on things we never thought we'd have to compromise on. I can assure you, however, that your college experience here will be, as it has always been, exactly what you make it. Join that club that you think is interesting, even if it's just because you like their club swag. Grab opportunities as they come. How else will you become the boss level version of yourself? Make friends and relish every moment that you get, even the bad ones, because you get to. Another beautiful thing about our community, apart from the view, is that help will always be offered to you at every corner. Not to steal from Dumbledore, but just like Hogwarts, help will always be available at Hartwick to those who need it. You'll meet professors who are willing, if not excited, to walk you to Perella Health Center as soon as you say that you need to go. You'll find Miss Kim at the cafe, ready to give you an extra muffin if you're having a bad day, or Patrick over at Table Rock slipping you an extra side of sweet potato fries if you're so inclined, and people everywhere giving you free stuff so you can join their club, or just stop by their cool event. You'll probably, hopefully, become someone who's able and willing to help other people as well, and we look forward to that. I know all too well that with speeches, it's very easy to zone out, so I'll say one more thing. I recently came across something called the Cataclysm Question. The Cataclysm Question is simple. Say the whole of humanity was completely wiped out. I know it's bleak, but just bear with me. What single sentence would you leave the next generation of humans that would preferably help them? However you answer that question is completely fine, and please, like that human, tasked with the responsibility of telling you one thing, one Hartwick human to another, that I think would be beneficial. Ask for help when you need it, and take it when it is offered to you. And watch yourself grow. Remember to drink water, get at least 7 hours of sleep, and make someone smile. Welcome to Hartwick. We're very glad you're here.
Welcome, class of 2025. And welcome back, Hawks. I see you back there. For those of you who don't know me, I am the archaeology professor at Hartwick. And in addition to welcoming you on behalf of the faculty, I'm also here to tell you a little bit about the kinds of things we're going to do together this year. We have some great instructors here at Hartwick. We've got professors of nursing and business and social work and all kinds of sciences and arts, all of them excited to work with you and help you get involved with issues of healthcare, of business, of economy, environment, the kinds of things that will help you make a difference in this world. And they'll do these things with you, not for you. That's what they're there for. So as the archaeology professor, what am I here for? What kinds of things are we going to do together this year? Well, in some of my classes, we're going to talk about the Iron Age. And in other classes, we will go through principles of thermoluminescence and ceramic petrography. And sometimes we will talk about the construction of earthworks by pre-Columbian societies in North America and how it was a political act. So I can see a few of you are getting a little excited and you think it's kind of cool. Me too. But I suspect that some of you in this audience are maybe now looking over at these more practical professors and wondering why they're not up here instead of me to talk to you about what they're going to do this year. You're not alone. But before we all start questioning our life choices, let me tell you what else we're going to talk about in my classes. When we talk about the Iron Age or any other cultural period, we'll be talking about the social construction of categories and how we divide time, space, and people in classification systems that are totally artificial, but treated as if they are totally natural and naturally ranked. And we'll talk about why and what to do about it. And when we talk about absolute dating techniques in mineralogy, we'll also be dealing with the social factors that condition scientific data. And we'll think about how to deal with that. And when we look at the site of Cahokia and how it was built, you will also hopefully begin to see that you are not powerless in this world, even if you don't always feel that way sometimes, like maybe now. This is what we do here. As instructors, we might be experts in practical subjects, sometimes some esoteric subjects like the Iron Age as well. But no matter what we do, we use these subjects to teach you about the world around you so that you can recognize the power that you have in this world to improve it. So over the next several days, you will probably hear a lot about the kinds of things that you're going to learn from us so that you can give your best to the world when you get out of here. But remember, we're going to do these things with you, not for you, because education is a two-way street. We as instructors are also here to learn from all of you. So come to class and ask us your questions. Come to our office hours and tell us what you think. Just come to class, please. When your experiences in life don't match the things that we tell you in our courses, let us know that, because we learn from those things and we use that to become better educators and better at the obscure random things that some of us do. So put in the effort and show up and be ready to learn. I guarantee you we will all be here, all be there, ready to do the exact same thing. So again, I'll say welcome to Hartwick, and on behalf of all of my colleagues here today, we really look forward to seeing you in class next week. Best wishes to all of you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Neva Forge, class of 2022, so I'm a senior. I'm a math and econ double major. I'm the president of Harvard Campus Activity Board, known as HCAB. I'm the president of the Alana Committee. I'm a Blue Key Ambassador tour guide. I'm a senator, not like the US senator, the student government senator. And I'm a senior RA, and I am your loudest student in class. I first want to congratulate all of you on getting to college, especially in the middle of a pandemic. You should be extremely proud of yourself because you did not just make it to college. You became stronger as an individual. You became stronger as an individual. You have missed your friends. You have missed your prom. You have missed your in-person graduation, but you have reinvented your schedules to continue your learning through a computer screen, even though I know Zoom naps were probably one of the best naps you've ever had. You have reinvented yourself on what to do each day, what new show to watch on Netflix, and when to see your friends face to face. I say to you, no more missing. Welcome to Hartwick College, a school where you can imagine, conquer, and succeed. I remember being in high school, and one of my teacher's famous lines used to be, when you get into college, professors will not hold you by the hands, you have to do everything yourself. I remember my freshman year, I was so scared of college professors. I was scared that this would be me learning alone, no one to hold my hands in the 4-year journey. I remember the first week of classes staying up late to get ahead of the course material so I wouldn't have to ask any questions in classes. I remember being scared to attend my professor's office hours because I didn't want them to think I didn't understand the material. Soon enough, I started noticing how Hartwick professors want their students to learn. They want you to understand. They want you to ace that exam or that paper. They want to support you. They want to take you under their wings and help you succeed. That fear that I had was implanted from some of my teachers' past experience in their colleges, yet their college was not Hartwick College. Imagine being in a school where students get to call their teachers, professors, aunts and uncles. Imagine being in economics class in Auntie Jones, asking where the curve will shift, and the students singing, to the left, by Beyonce. Imagine taking multivariable calculus, and Uncle Chung tells you, don't worry, we are a family. Imagine needing help with the course material, and your professor's office hours is literally right down the hall. Well, you can stop imagining, because Hartwick is that school. I have worked closely with many professors at Hartwick College. Collaboration with your professors does not necessarily mean research projects. Sometimes it has nothing to do with the learning materials, but simple advice for my future career goals. With Professor Jones, I took a class called Tomorrow's Labor Market. And in that class, I learned about my wages in my field, what are the chances that my job will be automated, and how can I use technology for my benefit in my field. In this class, I was paired with a Hartwick College alumni who is now a math professor herself. You should have seen how happy I was. I was smiling from ear to ear because I was able to ask my alumni partners any questions I had regarding my field. Literally, my hands was not typing fast enough. I had millions of questions running through my head. I felt as though I had a cheat sheet for my future career goal, because then I get to ask her whatever question I needed and what was required and expected of me to become a math professor someday. Hartwick College, Auntie Jones, Tomorrow's Labor Market class, my staff, professors, and my alumni partner has given me the tools I need to become successful even after Hartwick College. Therefore, take it from me. My freshman year, I sat where you are sitting right now. I felt everything that you're feeling right now, and I thought what you are thinking. But Hartwick College is your home, and your professors are your family. And as Uncle Chung says, don't worry. And as I say it, this will be a journey you don't have to take by yourself, and it will be a hawk of a ride to remember. So welcome again, class of 2025.
What a wonderful set of remarks my colleagues and our students have chosen to share with you this morning. Before we close, as I look out on you, I'm not sure when the next time will be that I meet with you again together as a group. So what I observed this morning is some of you feel that the mask is inconvenient. Here's what I know. You might think wearing a mask isn't cool, but I'll tell you what, you're sitting here today, and I know you're too smart not to wear it. I need you to protect every member of this community, and the way you wear your mask is to put it on, cover your mouth, cover your nose, until this darn pandemic is behind us. Please, do it for me, do it for yourself, do it for one another, and do it for all these wonderful people that you heard from this morning. We're depending on you. And if you think it's inconvenient to wear a mask when you're in t-shirts and shorts, I can tell you how inconvenient it is when you're up here in this wool getup, which I love to don because I only wear it on these special occasions. So please, get your compassion on. Wear your mask until this crisis is over. As you've heard from our friends and colleagues here, this will be an extraordinary year for you. Colleagues, all seated here and behind me, I want to thank you for making this wonderful Hartwick experience what it is and what it will be. This is truly a hill of dreams. Please rise for the singing of the Alma Mater, O Yarn Hill of Dreams, performed by soprano Brianna Hawley, Hartwick class of 2024, and the Hartwick College Faculty Brass. Thank you for joining us this morning.
From the valley through the forest, searching for a clearer vision, came the youthful warrior to Iron Hill of Dreams. Like the brave, we climb this hillside, seeking truth and understanding, while we grow together on Iron Hill of Dreams. Nature's radiant season, frame our years together, sowing grains of inspiration, gleaning shapes of bonding memories. Hartwick sons and Hartwick daughters, down whatever path you follow, drawn straight